Introduction. Part 1. Love, foreclosures, and the freedom to choose. On the surface, this looks like a book about real estate. Specifically, it looks like a book about one type of real estate investment that for both me and my co-author Aaron, as well as thousands of others, has been incredibly rewarding. But that's just on the surface. What lies underneath is more like a love letter, a testament to our unwavering belief that real estate is the greatest tool in history for not only building wealth, but taking control of your life. Believe me, I know. Starting out broke and unemployed at age 26, I had begun selling homes simply because I had to do something. I was a C student with an uneven track record and only the murkiest idea of where I was headed. Yet, 10 years later, I went on to build one of the top real estate brokerages in the world. For me, real estate checked every box. It was safe. It gave me leverage. It provided cash flow. If nothing else, I could drive by a house I owned and just look at it. Heck, I could move in if I really had to. At some point, I made the mistake of thinking I could do the same thing in the stock market. And for a while, it seemed like I could. My portfolio kept climbing in value, and the only downside seemed to be kicking myself for all the market years I'd missed out on. That is, until I lost it all. Not long after my fist-pumping, high-flying success, the market tanked, and so did my net worth. I was shattered. That had never happened to me in real estate. Sure, the housing market was cyclical, like everything else, but through careful buying, I had cash coming in even during downtimes. Better still, I had real assets I could see and touch. It was now painfully clear that I couldn't say that about stocks. I realized that for me, they were just numbers on a screen. I knew they were assets, but I couldn't internalize them. I couldn't fall in love with stocks the way I had with real estate. So, I dusted myself off and doubled down on what I knew to be true. Less than a decade later, I found a new love. It was still real estate, but now I was buying foreclosures. Hundreds at a time. The numbers were huge, but at the end of the day, I could still drive past any one of those homes and say, "Yep, still there." Since then, I've never looked back. To this day, the vast majority of my wealth is real estate related. I love it, plain and simple. To be clear, it's not the money I love. That's only a means to a much more important end, the freedom to do the things I choose with the people I love. A 9-to-5 job can't give me that freedom, and it won't give you that freedom either. For that, you need to be in business. You could start a tech company. You could become a restaurateur. You could open a retail store or a factory. The sky's the limit. Of all the possibilities, however, real estate is the simplest business I know of. You get to buy something of value and then immediately use it to make money. You don't need a staff. You don't have to build products or open a store. You buy a house, rent it out, and voila, you're in business. Try doing that with a restaurant or a tech company. The foreclosure business is like a machine for making money, but you get to see exactly how the machine works. There are no hidden parts. There's no mystery. Foreclosures also shine in one special area. They offer you all the advantages of real estate with one more game-changing bonus. You get to buy at a discount. That's big. Ask any investor or entrepreneur what the secret to building wealth is, and invariably their answer will lead you back to something that rests on the idea of buying at a discount. Buy low, sell high. Never lose money. Lock in your margin. Build in a safety moat. Buying real estate at a discount gives you options like no other investment. Your costs are lower. You have cash flow. That is the real story of buying foreclosures on the courthouse steps. It's a chance to create a near instant business with a safety margin, one that can start delivering cash back to you almost immediately. Meanwhile, someone else is paying for that business. And when you're done with it, there's a bunch of people standing in line to buy it from you. That's what I love, and that's why this isn't just a book about real estate. It's a book about freedom, about taking control of your life and living it the way you want to. There is a caveat, of course. It would be easy to read this and think foreclosures are foolproof. They aren't. Real estate is simple, but it's not always easy. To manage risk, I've relied on the single most powerful tool in my kit: discipline. I've bought thousands of homes, and for all of them, I've used a system. I've used a system to find them, a system to analyze them and choose the best ones, and a system to buy them. This book is about a reliable method not just for buying real estate, but for moving a little bit closer to true freedom every day. How could you not fall in love with an investment like that? Thanks for joining us on this journey. David Osborne, New York Times bestselling author of Wealth Can't Wait.